Over the years, I've watched a lot of Morrowind videos where hand to hand gets really busted and people show off what they can do, but I've never seen it really pushed to its limits. So, of course, I make a new character.
What's your name?
And you probably already know if you've played Morrowind that you can't kill anything in one punch, so of course I make Two Punch Man. I pick an orc because they eat a lot of food, they weigh 1.35, and running speed is influenced by weight, not height in this game. And so because orcs are extra fat, they get to run fast. It doesn't actually matter what race I pick though, because I intend to completely break the game with alchemy and spell making. I pick my class, and really none of this matters at all. The only thing that's going to be a little bit nice, I guess, is picking alchemy and hand to hand, because those will gain levels, which will in turn gain me levels. This isn't needed, it's not required at all, but hey, maybe it'll help me out.
The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Apprentice or Atronach, and I'll explain why that matters later, and I head straight to Belmora where the game breaking will begin.
You are a fool to walk around like that.
Very funny. Now put some clothes on.
Khajiit has no words for you.
I am not amused.
Alright, they insult me for now, and for that crime, I'm just going to steal this mortar and pestle, because obviously we need one to make potions. Now, potions aren't actually going to be our main source of power, but we are going to use them to get a little bit of gold and just to get started here. Most of you probably already know that there is an alchemy loop. You can buy ingredients, sell them back, and it will increase the stock of certain ingredients that vendors have. This allows you to get unlimited ingredients, make potions, and then sell them back for the gold that you need. This is how I get started.
Clothing. Someone with your good looks needs more clothing.
I go to Sidrith Mora, I go to the Mages Guild here. This guy right here, however you say his name, he sells ash yams and bloat. Both of those have the fortify intelligence effect. So you buy infinite amounts of these by just buying them, selling them back, buying them, selling them back. Make fortify intelligence potions, drink them, and those cause your future fortify intelligence potions to be stronger. Now they actually do something far more important than that. They give me unlimited magicka. And when you have a really high intelligence, the effect of eating an ingredient increases as well. So after I have 10,000 intelligence, just eating ash yam will cause my intelligence to skyrocket as well, and it opens up a whole lot of more convenient opportunities of just carrying ingredients instead of having 50 potions that all look kind of the same and I can't really tell which one is which. Next, I make my way to the temple in Belmora, so I quick take from this chest, I forget how to read a scroll, but I use the Elmaxia intervention scroll, run in there, go down these stairs, and we find this lady here, however the hell you say this name. Why can't I pronounce anything in Morrowind? Well, she sells restocking scrib jelly, which as its first effect has fortify willpower. This means when I have crazy intelligence, I don't need to make fortify willpower potions. The reason I need to fortify my willpower is because there is no fortify skill alchemy ingredient, and I want to cast very expensive spells. I can't cast very expensive spells, I'll fail them unless I have a really high willpower. So the formula to cast spells looks a little bit like this, and the spell I want to cast costs about 57,000. I'll show you the spell later and talk about it, but with 100 skill and 100 willpower, well, I have a negative 70,000% chance to cast that spell. But if I eat a bunch of these ingredients, get my willpower to 500,000 or 5 million, then, well, I will have plenty of chance to successfully cast the spell. I don't need to get my skill very high. I don't need to get my luck. I don't need to fortify my fatigue. So early on, I tested out with about 5,000 intelligence, and you'll notice that's not even close to 500,000 willpower. We are not going to be able to cast the spells that I want to cast, so we're going to have a lot more work to do. I have to drink a lot more intelligence potions. I'm going to have to do this loop for quite a bit longer. We want these numbers to be incredibly high. So I spend a lot of time in Belmora, going back to Sidrith Mora, buying those ash yams and bloat, just getting a lot of intelligence and money. I decide I will also want to stock up on ectoplasm for fortify agility, drag wax for fortify strength, and that should be enough. I could get moon sugar for fortify speed, but instead I'm just going to use a custom spell for later to get 100 speed in athletics. I don't want it to get too crazy. The problem here too is if I want to make the spell I'm talking about, it's going to cost hundreds of thousands of gold. And there's no really fast way to get gold in Morrowind, so I have to think for a little bit and test some things out. And I come to an awesome conclusion that makes all of this way easier. Before I share my secret, in case you didn't know, when you're making custom spells, it says the fee for scribing the spell is 7 times its magical point cost. Disposition and mercantile skill have no effect. So, fortifying my mercantile skill by 800, getting their disposition to 100, fortifying my restoration, fortifying my intelligence and willpower, none of these things made a difference, and this spell was always way too expensive.
Strange custom, strange ways, orc.
Okay, before I show you exactly what I did, I want to get everything back to normal, reset my stats, because I already did this before recording because I wanted to make sure I could do it correctly. With that said, the footage in the background you can see, it took me a whole bunch of resting to get my stats to reset back to normal because these potions and ingredients are so absurdly powerful that they last for weeks at a time. So it's not like these are temporary buffs, they're essentially permanent buffs. Okay, to get the spell we need, step 1 is we have to get attacked by the Dark Brotherhood. Easy, that just happens naturally in the game. And then find this guy. I am in Ebonheart, so I just took a boat from Vivek, ran over here to like the middle of Ebonheart, talked to Apelles Madius. He'll yell at you for being naked, ask him about the Dark Brotherhood, and he will tell you where to go. Run up these stairs here, down this long passageway, and that will lead you to SCN Rain, who might laugh at you for being naked. And you just ask her for transport to Mournhold. Just tell her you've been attacked by an assassin. Yes, please. Go to the courtyard. Go across this way to the Imperial Cult Shrine. Here is where we're going to do our spell making. So this lady right here, Lorena Maria, that's a normal name. You can buy any of these spells here, these masterful spells. They are Fortify Skill, and that's what we need because we're going to fortify our hand-to-hand. So we buy one of those, go to spell making, and I want to do 8 Fortify Skill 100 for 24 minutes. That's the best you can do. Now with most spells, for example, if I want to do a spell that gives me Reflect, well, I can't add a second Reflect effect on the same spell. But with Fortify Skill and Fortify Attribute, you can because it opens up an extra menu. So I can have up to 8 Fortify hand effects. But notice, even if I could fortify my intelligence and my willpower to be able to afford this spell and have a 100% chance to cast it, I still have to be able to buy this spell. And it's an insane amount of gold, and I don't want to do the grinding to get millions upon millions of gold. Because, well, if you look at the hand-to-hand formula, 800 is not going to be enough. We can't just buy this spell once. We're going to have to buy it, well, more than 20 times. So I need to find a way to make it cheaper. So step 1, get my intelligence, like I was saying, to absurd levels. After you have a little bit from your potions, eating some ash yams is a great way to do it, and they will be even more powerful than the potions will be. We'll stop at 100k, that's got to be enough. I have 150,000 magicka. Then we're going to eat some of this Scrib Jelly. Fortify Attribute Willpower is the top effect, so that will just boost my willpower. Notice the first one got me 2,000 willpower. My chance to cast my spell, so I've already made some of these, but I'll show you in a minute how to make it cost 1. So these cost 57,000 and have a 0% chance to cast. So I can just, oops, wrong one. I can just pick these up and eat them until that 0 becomes 100. And it just changes to 100. I don't even know what my willpower is. It's a very high number. Sounds good. Now we can cast any spells we want. So first, I'll try fortifying my Mercantile by 800 points and talking to her. It's not going to change the cost of these spells. It's almost 34,000 for a single effect. I need 8 of these, and I'm going to need to get about 50 times 8. I need to spend 400 times more than 34,000. So next, I need to make some Restore Fatigue potions. I'm going to do Hound Meat mixed with some Scuttle. There's tons of options that are great. These have Restore and Fortify Fatigue. We can make, with OpenMW, you have this nice option to make 10 potions at a time or more. So I'll make a few of those potions. And then let's see what we got. Well, I have these Restore Fatigue, 14,000 points, and Fortify it by 29,000. So let's drink a few of those. Now my fatigue is really high. Now when I try to make a spell, even at 100 hand-to-hand for max duration, the price is still 1. So my fatigue just needed to be fortified so high, I don't even need that Mercantile anymore. Now I can afford 800 hand-to-hand for 24 minutes, and that alone will only cost me 1 gold. I don't need to do any crazy farming to get a bunch of gold anymore.
To the Federation starship, come cheer up my lads, come cheer up my lads. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Captain John looked the card. 17346732147 Charlie 32789777643 Tango 732 Victor 73117887324767897643776 Lock.
Okay, so why do I need so much skill? First, my chance to hit is going to be absurdly high. Even if I wasn't fortifying my skill so much, I have absurd agility, absurd fatigue. I'm never going to miss. That's not going to be an issue. The issue is the damage. To fatigue, you deal half of your skill as damage. So if I cast, I don't know, 10 of these spells and I got 8,000, let's say 8,100, assuming I have 100 base skill, well, my fatigue damage will be insanely high. I will knock people out and they'll probably lay there for a long time, even if I only use 10 of these spells. However, the health damage is equal to your skill times 0.075. So when you only have 100 skill, that's 7.5. And when I have 8,100 skill, that's 600 damage. That's not that bad, right? But I want to one-shot everybody. And there's one opponent that's going to require me to do 3,000 damage. Looking at a pretty basic equation and graph here, we need 40,000 skill to deal that much damage, 3,000. That's before any armor's taken into account, so we're going to need a little bit more than 40,000 skill. That is 50 of these spells, Fortify 800. That previous graph was assuming that strength was not buffing my skill. If I open up the MW launcher and I check this box here that strength will increase my hand-to-hand damage skill, well, now I would change it to this equation. X is my skill and Y is my strength. I can see right here, Y equals X at 1976, 1976. Here, let's make this look a little better. This is what I would need my strengths and hand-to-hand to be to one-shot Elmaxia. That's a much lower value to do that kind of damage. But that's almost cheating. We'd be able to do that with just a few spells. So we're going to have to delete this part of our equation and get up to that 40,000. Oh, I have two 21s. Darn it. I'm not deleting one, though. These take a while to make. Next, now that I have these crazy high intelligence, I can eat a few ectoplasms. Each one will give me about 10,000 agility, so that should be fine. And some dangerous skin, fortify attribute strength. We'll say 55,000 should be just fine. It's time to do a little bit of testing out. How do these fists work? Okay, they are working pretty well. The reason I'm doing these quests is because to get to Elmaxia, we have to do a handful of the quests in the Tribunal expansion first. This is my least expansion in Morrowind, probably of any Elder Scrolls game. I really don't like this place, but I do want to fight Elmaxia, so we have to deal with this garbage. Okay, so our first test here is going to be Gayor. Now, I've made some spells because when I was goofing off, I died a couple times. So I made Don't Die Dum Dum, which will heal me 100 every second for 24 minutes, give me 400 unarmored skill, 100 luck, 100 endurance, which doesn't actually do anything, and some speechcraft, because why not? My magical shield of overprotection gives me resist everything 100% and 100 spell absorption, also for 24 minutes, which is way overkill. No Seriously Don't Die, which is 100% spell reflect and another 100 health per second for 24 minutes. And then 2 spells that fortify my athletics and speed by 100 apiece. I could have done more, but I don't want to do too much because then it's hard to control my character if I move too quickly. I also need to restore my magicka. Void Salts have Restore Magicka as the top effect, so if I eat a few of these, each of these is a few thousand magicka per second, and they're going to last anywhere from 1 hour to 9 hours. And this is 9 hours real time, not in-game time. 9 hours of gameplay, an absurd amount of time. So I'm gaining about 10,000 magicka per second. So I'll just start casting some of these spells. Hey, I gained a level.
And I don't want nobody.
Alright, all the spells are cast. I resist everything. I restore everything at an insane rate. I have plenty of attributes of every kind. I'll move plenty fast. I have a 1,000 armor rating because of my unarmored skill, even though I'm naked. I've feathered away all of my carry weight, and I have 20,000 hand-to-hand skill. Now, 40,000 hand-to-hand skill was 3,000 damage. This should be about 1,500. So, let's test out Gayor.
No one can challenge me.
He tells me that he's never lost a fight. Alright, let's try it out.
Gotcha.
Okay, it looks like he can't hit me.
I will
Hey,
deny
where you going?
your
Get back here.
victory and the spoils. Now you're going to get it.
Okay, after you punch someone, they're going to lay down forever. I mean, at 20,000 hand-to-hand, that is 10,000 fatigue damage. Even if he has 1,000 fatigue, he's going to go to negative 9,000. He's not regenerating very much per second. To get all the way up to 0 from negative 9,000, well, I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm not going to calculate it because I don't feel like it, but he's done. It's over. Now to test, can I kill him in one hit? Okay, I don't know how to play this in third person. How do I hit him? Maybe if I can see his name, I'll hit him. Two-Punch Man strikes again. Okay, now that Gayor is dead, the next big challenge is Elmaxia herself. Now, you can't just enter her room. You have to actually do some quests for her in Mournhold. And, well, everyone knows Tribunal sucks. We're going to have to go into the sewer system repeatedly. I've already killed the Goblin Warlords. I've already done all the Dark Brotherhood stuff, which I found out I didn't actually have to do. But now we have to cleanse the Shrine of the Dead. So we're going to kill a bunch of whole undead and run around like a lunatic for a while, lost. Luckily, these undead losers don't have a lot of stamina, so I easily defeat them. And now we have to do a really annoying escort quest, because all escort quests are annoying, and they're really annoying when you have Morrowind AI. Luckily, we can use CV intervention. It'll take us right back to the temple, talk to the guy, get the guy we need to escort, watch him get lost in doorways, stuck all the time, get annoyed repeatedly. You know, the normal stuff. All right, this is Shrine of the Dead. Okay, is he coming? Come on, let's go. Hurry up. Okay. No, that's my fault. It's my fault. Come on, dude, don't run away. Come on. He can make it. Come on. Please. Dude. Dude.
Disappointed!
Okay, he's gonna make it. Oh, thank God, he made it. Okay, now we can cleanse the shrine. Finally, it's over. Make sure you talk to him. He asks to go back home and to travel together with you. You tell him no, and you just teleport back. Next, you find out Elmaxia really wants this mazed band, Barilzar's mazed band. It's in the tombs, back to the sewers. We're going to find that abandoned crypt. Before you do that, though, make sure you Google what is a mazed band. So according to this AI overview, which could not possibly be wrong, being mazed means to be confused or perplexed, not amazed. I thought it might just be a short version of amazed. You know, oh, it's a mazed band. This band is mazed, but all right, maybe not. This has to be some like European crap. It says archaic. Of course, fucking England. Piece of crap. If you're British, just know I forgive you. All right, after a trek through the sewers, we find Barilzar, and he doesn't want me to take the ring or the band or whatever. He makes up some lame reason, so of course I kill him. He definitely reminds me of the White Walker, not the Night King, but the one with all the white hair in Game of Thrones. I wonder if Morrowind stole it from that TV show. Probably. So, completing all of the quests that allow me to see Elmaxia, which includes cleansing the Shrine of the Dead, escorting someone to cleanse the Shrine of the Dead, going back and getting Barilzar's maze band that allows you to teleport. That's what allows you to finally go and see Elmaxia. I still have over 12 minutes, meaning half the duration of my Fortify hand-to-hand skills, which I just cast, which you just watched me cast before killing Gayor. So the entirety of this expansion, up to the point of seeing her, was only half the duration. My Fortify attribute potions and effects still have some of them up to 8 hours left, some of them much less. Plenty of them will run out, and it won't matter because I'll just be able to eat more, drink more. And the majority of them, the really powerful ones, like those 11,000 point Fortify intelligence, those are still here for 9 hours. I picked the apprentice sign because I didn't want to only have my intelligence in magicka. The apprentice or astronaut gave me a multiplier, and that's why I actually have a boatload of magicka, and I can cast these spells. Notice each of these costs 57,000 magicka. And right now, if I make more potions with this crazy high intelligence, well, these would give me 44,000 for 132,000 seconds. An absurd amount of time. I can just make any potion I want. I can do anything I want now. I'm just absurdly powerful. You might even notice I kept my acrobatics at 25. At 125 acrobatics, you don't take any fall damage, but if you fortify your fatigue enough, which I've obviously done, fall damage heals you. So even if I cast an absurd jump spell, the fall damage would just make me heal. Now, I don't actually want to spend the time making 8 more Fortify hand-to-hand spells. That took a long time. I know I showed it on times 15 speed to only make 10 of them. I'm up to 25 spells. It's not even the problem of casting them. It's actually just a problem of creating the spell, dragging all the things over, clicking. It's driving me mad. So I'm just going to kill her in 2 or 3 hits, and it's fine.
What may I do for you?
Let's see what she says to
my
me first.
child?
You're the person I've been hearing about. I welcome you to my chapel, Two Punch Man. I have the band. Yeah, why'd you want the ring? Oh, don't concern myself. All right, ho. She's unconscious forever. These guys will never hit me. He's unconscious forever. Hey, I gain a level. He's unconscious forever. He's unconscious forever. He's unconscious forever. Hey, come over here. And he's unconscious forever. Hey, Hand, Savor, Hlan. Hlan. The H is silent. Sadas, Lavandes. I hate these names. Okay. They're like all vibrating. That's... ooh. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, well, let's see if I can take any of them out. So we got to make sure we're winding it up all the way, otherwise it does a lot less damage. Okay, he died in 1 hit. That's good. He can stop vibrating. Stop humping the ground, dude. Okay, he died in 1 hit. Oh, man. Come on, I got to line it up. Third person is so difficult in Morrowind. I don't want to accidentally hit Elmaxia. Okay. Ugh. Come on. All right, we're going first person. And then we'll go to third person. There we go. This should hit him. Ah, look at that. Professional. Okay. Now, everybody should be done vibrating by her, right? Let's look. Yeah, she's the only one vibrating still. Okay, they are glowing, though. What do they got? Let's check out their loot. I don't really need anything, so I don't even know why I looked. It does kind of look cool, though. I could just wear the helmet. This would make the guards attack me at least. That could be nice. I lost 400 armor rating. Okay. Moment of truth. From behind. Back of the... Okay. Got to hit her in the back of the head. Come on. Where is she? Just over half her health. Okay. 2 hits. That's fine. With this character's death, the thread of prophecy is severed. No! Alright, well, let's loot her. What does she have? Hope's Fire. Alright, we'll take it. Why not? Sorry, Boo. Okay, now the Ordinators. I wonder, are they going to know she's dead? What do you say? I have to talk to you. Where did you get that? The armor you wear is sacred. All right, man. I'll just knock everybody out. It's fine. Oh. Excuse me. These vibrating weirdos. Okay, let's just go around punching people. Just a one punch. We'll keep everybody alive. It's another perfect day in Mournhold. Oh, there's not enough people around. Here we go. Hey, the fall damage. It healed me. No, don't talk to me. I don't even need to wind up these punches. Oh, okay, when they're alive, though, you can't actually run over them. You have to kill them to be able to run past them. There we go. Hey, slow down. Fool. Hey, I get hand-to-hand.
Welcome.
Alright, well, I think that's everybody just about.
Blessings upon your...
So this character is officially super boring now, and there's nothing else I'd ever do on this character, so this is why I never do this kind of thing, and I never would do this kind of thing. But it's fun to do for a video just to show you how ridiculous alchemy can get, and yeah, and how terrible hand-to-hand is, because even at 20,000 skill, I could be using the worst weapon in the game, like a silver dagger here. It would very easily one-shot everybody. This would one-shot Elmaxia, because I have 55,000 strength. And every 100 strength beyond 50 is another damage multiplier. At 150 strength, you do double damage. At 250, you do triple. So at 55,000 strength, the multiplier is just ridiculous, where hand-to-hand is not affected by that. So the only number that matters is skill, and the only way to get that up is through these spells, which is just super tedious and annoying.
Bring it back to the line. Everybody know.
Would you sign up?
Turn it back up to the line.
Let me in.
Bring it back to the line.